Welcome everybody to the Jokebudd Show. I'm your host, the one and only Jokebudd. Happy to be back with you guys. This is episode 5. Episode 5. We're not even a month in, and we're on episode 5. I appreciate the time you guys are spending with me, and we're gonna get right to it. The makings of me and hobbies and things that I love. One thing I love is sneakers. I love tennis shoes. I love Michael Jordans, the Nikes, Tims, things like that. And it's a reason behind my affinity and my love for sneakers. Right here we have the Air Jordan 11 Concord. If you've been following me on Instagram, you will know that this is what I call my favorite sneaker of all time. It's number one. This is the sneaker that changed my life. When I was younger, I wasn't able to get it because of other things, but like this is the sneaker that changed my life and said I couldn't wait till I get older so I can have those. To come back and start from the beginnings. Me, my brother and sister, mother and father. It was good and it was bad, meaning that it was some good times and some bad times, and getting $100 sneakers for a kid wasn't in the equation, not at all. Uh, but I just had an affinity to have those, like every kid did, and the kids who had them, like I was like, oh, I wish that was me. And as I got older, I said, one day I'm gonna work for mine. So like I was working at 13, 14, trying to make money so I can have those sneakers. But when I was a kid, we lived on a precipice of poor in the sense that we didn't have enough access to have for me to have the Michael Jordans of the worlds and all the Deion Sanders of the world. Like I remember plenty of nights praying in an East Bay book with a marker, circling them, putting them on my Christmas list. It never came fruition. It never came fruition. Not to say like I never had anything, but I did have like a Sega, a Super Nintendo, a Nintendo. I did. Like we had good times when it was good, but when it was bad a lot. And I don't think I got my first numbered Jordan since till the Jordan 15. My aunt Casey got them for me. She flew in from Vegas and got them for me. And that was when I was in the 7th grade when the original first all black 15s came out. Dope shoe. Very, very dope shoe and unique and different ahead of its time. But man, like these sneakers, like I had a craving for them. I had a craving for them as a kid. Like we all wanted them. I mean, the Bo Jacksons, Emmitt Smiths, Deion Sanders, Bo Jacksons, Penny Hardaways. Oh my goodness, you name it. I seen it. I circled it, but none of it came to fruition. And I have an affinity for sneakers. That's why I have so many now. A lot of people ask me like, why do you have so many sneakers in your closet or wherever it may be? And it's like because I could get them when I was younger. And I always told myself when I was younger that me getting the sneakers I want or even half like I'm going to get them. And I don't go out as much. I don't. So they stay in the closet in the box, but just knowing that I have them, it brings like a sense of clarity and calmness over me that I finally got those. So when I remember when the Concords came out, it was like the world stopped. And a couple of my good friends had them, and I was just like, man, what kind of shoe is that? I couldn't believe it. And the Concord was the one that just sent me over the moon. My favorite is the Air Jordan 4 Breads. I have them down here on a display under my desk. You can't see them, but they're there. I have a retro version. I think I explained that earlier on another episode. That's my number one, but that was 89 when those came out, so I was only 4 years old, kind of, sort of, so. But like when I had to recollect and going to school and seeing kids dress fly with the starter jackets, the polos, the Nauticas, and whatever it may have you, and throwing on the Nikes with it, or the Adidas, or the Reeboks when the Reeboks was popping, it was like, whew, it was tough. I had some shoes back in the day. I think my 7th grade year, I finally got the Barry Sanders. The Barry Sanders was dope. The Barry Sanders, the white and blue ones, the Zoom Turf. I can't remember the name of them, but they're like white and blue and like black squiggly lines and a little bit of gray in them and silver. Super, super dope. Had the Air Force Ones, the white and blacks before everybody was jumping on them in 6th grade. So I had ones here and there, but the home runs like the Deion Sanders, the Jordans, nobody waking up for me lining up for a Jordan that's gonna sell out and all of that. We were kind of on the lower end, so I remember me and my brother sharing outfits and being laughed at because I would wear one day, one short set, he'll wear it the next day. But at the same given time, people who laughed at us, it's the hood, and they did what they're supposed to do. It's kids, they don't know no better. But we was going through some times. I mean, like we would wash like every day, just for at least to be clean, and we would switch off and things like that. But it builds character. It's unfortunate, but it builds character. So I guess we all appreciate the things we do have now. So I have an affinity for sneakers. Trying to calm down. Probably have about 40 pair, 35 to 40 pair overall. I just enjoy them. I don't get to wear them as much. I work a lot, and I'm in the house a lot because I'm working on this podcast. So it's when I do step out, I step out correctly. So when I had the fresh feet, definitely. A couple ones I have in my bag that I haven't worn yet was the all black Fear Gods, the Nike version. Jerry Lorenzo did. I have not stepped out with them yet, but it's like a fall type winter shoe. So I look forward to wearing that. One of my friend's birthday coming up in January, so I'm probably gonna pull them out then. Anything else I haven't worn? Got the Versace Chain Reactions, wore them once. It's a couple more sneakers in there, I got a couple more blends, but the one I'm looking forward to wearing finally are the Fear Gods, all blacks. Hopefully I'll be wearing them in January to celebrate his birthday. So that's it. My affinity for sneakers. I love sneakers. Hopefully, I'm going to get the cool gray 11s. The cool gray 11s come out this year, this Christmas time. I'm loving those black and red patent leather ones. Those are super dope. I will be getting those if possible. I was supposed to have the electro orange Air Jordan 1s. I didn't get them on the raffle or the draw for the sneakers app, of course, but I bought them on StockX, and next thing I know, StockX, they sent them to StockX, but they didn't pass the authentication process. So somebody tried to slide a fake on us, and then I didn't get them again. I said, man, maybe it's a sign. But I seen somebody in the airport with them on, and it's like, oh, I want those electro oranges. So that might be a sneaker I get in the future until the holiday season starts. So when the holiday season starts, I'm definitely going to get the black and red patent leather ones, the cool gray 11s. And it's another sneaker. It's like a remix of the Taxi 12s. I think they call them the Legend series. I'm not for sure. It's white and black, but it's gold, more gold accents than the original Taxi. I'm looking forward to those. I think I'm gonna snatch those up too. So those got the whole Taxi silhouette. So those are dope. So those 3. So I'm gonna get at least 3 more this September. So I'll be getting 3 more by the year's end. I'll calm down a lot. Definitely. On to a more serious topic about life, and been talking with a lot of more folks as the episodes age and go on in life, and people start to hear my voice and understand where I'm coming from. Is people talk about in life about mistakes, and I'm telling people mistakes will be made in life. Mistakes will be made in life, and it's what you do with the situations. Like I told the person, what you're doing at 36, the mistakes you're making at 36, you can't be making those same mistakes at 26. Meaning that Those mistakes should be made earlier so that as you get to 36, that's 10 years. That's a decade. So the same mistakes you make at 26, you can't make at 36. The same mistakes you make at 36, you should be making at 26. Meaning that you should be progressing. You should be progressing and learning from those and becoming a better person. A lot more is making sense to me as I get older now. And I always thought I was wise beyond my years back then. But you cannot be making the same mistakes at your present time that you was making 10 years ago. Something has to change. Not saying mistakes are not going to be made on your end going forward, because that's life. We all going to have mistakes and challenges and trials and tribulations, but you have to limit those for the growth to happen in you as a person. So I keep that close to me and just letting people know, like, hey, mistakes will be made as you continuously grow. And one thing about life is we're continuously growing. You don't stop growing at 30, 50, 70, but you have to limit them. It can't be the same things over and over. You have to learn from mistakes and become better at it. And that's one thing I try my best to do, should I say, is to capitalize on more opportunities, not to make the same mistakes. Because if I find a way or I feel some type of way of being in a situation where I've been here and I made the wrong way, more than likely my mind tells me you got to move a different direction. We can't go this route again. We tried that way. And that's all it's doing. It's just more setting up your senses to know what you've been through already and the things you've been through, far as the challenges you overcome and had to deal with that has either been a detriment or an attribution to your life. So just understand, no matter what, mistakes will be made throughout your entire life. But if you're 50, you can't be making the same mistakes as when you was 40. And if you are, you have to limit them. So if you're making 7 solid mistakes when you're 40, and now you're 50, you want to leave that to 3. I mean, you have to limit it some way, because sooner or later you're going to become what you are is what you are. And I understand how the court of public opinion works, but sooner or later it makes sense that the court is going to say that you're never going to change, because that's all you're showing them. So just know that there's always room for growth, and it's always never too late for a glow up, but you can't keep making the same mistakes, because sooner or later you just are who you are. So mistakes will be made in life. You just got to capitalize on the situation and learn from them and move on. And they'll be making the same mistakes 10 years later. I'm undecided what to talk about next. I just appreciate all y'all being here. All of y'all being here. This was the show I thought would be the hardest. This has been the easiest and the most feedback, period. I thought this was going to be the hardest show. This is the easiest show to do, because I get to open up to y'all and tell y'all who I am and being me. And you guys accept it. Like, it's weird and crazy and fun and all that. And I just can't wait for other people to understand that and see it too, because I'm getting better on my episodes. As you can see, the lighting is better. I got two more lights coming. It's going to be lit up, but it's not going to be too light. I just want people to know, if you give a reference to me, to come check me out, and if they say it's too dark for you, you have to understand. You have to let them know that Broken Studios is a vibe. This is not no future national syndicated show type setting. It's a vibe here. It's definitely a vibe here. It's not going to be too lit, but I don't want it too dark like the first episode. So it's going to be a vibe here. It's going to be an aura here. Like, it's called Broken Studios for a reason. We come in here for refuge, for normal people to go through normal people things. We're not overstepping our boundaries. We're just talking about normal people lifestyles and things we're dealing with. That's what we're here for. That's what Broken Studios is here for. Like, our basis is around the normal people. It's not going to be ever a point where we're going to separate from the normal people, because we are normal people, and start being on politics or celebrities. No, we're here for the normal people, the 9-to-5ers, the work hard, the entrepreneurs, just getting it out the mud. That's our backing. That's how we coming. That's how we coming. Let's go with parenting in this wild world currently. I just want to speak prefacely to the DMV. It's been some traumatic shootings of adolescents, kids lately, random shootings of civilian children. It's gotten really out of hand. Every time I turn on the news, even if I don't want to see the news, I could just turn it on for a second, and some kids getting shot, another kid's getting shot, 2 years old, 8 years old, 3 years old. It's getting out of hand. It's really, really getting out of hand. And you could take gun control and things like that, but we know what's going on. If the area wants to clean up their streets in any area, they can get the guns on the street if they want. That's another subject for another day. But we know what's real. We know what's up. It just saddens me when a parent taking their child to a park and there's a random shooting and somehow their kid gets struck going down a sliding board, or your kid's in their living room and they get hit through a stray bullet through a brick wall. Like, my heart goes out to these families. Being a father, a parent, my heart goes out to y'all. And I know this happens all across the world, but it's just hitting so hard in the D.C. area this year. And this summer, it's been like one kid after another getting killed for senseless acts of violence. You know, and if you're into that, you're into that. But you can't tell me some 8-year-old kid jumped off the porch. Some 3-year-old child jumped off the porch and they about that life. Come on. Come on, man. Seriously. It's gone too far. It's really, really gone too far. And, I mean, good kids, good aspirations. I mean, these kids don't know what they're going to do. They're just tiny. And for the lives to be taken away like that, that's tough, because them parents put a lot of work for the production of their kids, for the future, and for the present, and just for that to be taken away from them. And my heart goes out to them. It's not enough I can say on a podcast or in their face to express the remorse I feel for them. And I'm just letting parents know, like, hey, put your best foot forward with your children. We just don't know. Like, at first it was like the parents, like, oh, we don't know if we're going to make it home tonight to our kids, but our kids going to make it home now. Like, we're going back in reverse. I think the younger generation are just a lot more wilder than my generation. How, I don't know, but I think the ethics and morals are gone out the window. They don't care about nothing. They don't care about nothing. You can't even say nothing to them. There's no more hoop dreams, no more football dreams. It's like, if these kids can't be a rapper or something in the know particular to social media, it's not good enough. You don't even want to be a ball player anymore. Like, football players, like, when I was growing up, we all had hoop dreams and things like that. But, like, you know, being a rapper runs the world just for another company to sign you to some BS deal, and you don't get no money, but they give you a couple chains and pocket full of money, and you the man. Like, that's what runs this area. This what runs this scene now. It's heartbreaking. It's heartbreaking. It's no morals. They don't want to listen to nobody. Don't waste your time listening to them. I'm almost at the point now, like I was telling you guys, don't waste your time on people who don't want to learn and going in one ear or the other. Invest your time in people who want to change. Invest your time in people who want to change. And that's young and old. More young, but young and old to a certain degree. But invest your time into people who want to change, because now don't be wasting your time on something that's going on one end out the other. Like, we don't got time for that no more. It's 21. Like, this COVID has just changed the dynamic of everything as far as us really knowing what's up. Like, you could be gone tomorrow. I don't care who you are. Either that, you got the violence with guns now, so it's like this one more thing to add to the pot. So, hug your kids a little tighter. Cherish the times, because we just don't know. Like, I pray for my son every day. I still do. It just never. I know this world is just getting crazier and crazier. And you just pray that the things you taught them, the principles, the morals, the rules, the discipline, the values, pays off some way so they can make it home each night. So, my thoughts and prayers, my encouragement, my optimism to all the parents out there with young children. Keep fighting the good fight. I'm here with you. One other thing I want to talk about was a question I got about why I don't curse in none of my podcasts. Like on my live, I may curse. Like on my IG lives, I may curse. If somebody catch me, I may curse. But on my podcast published episodes, whether that's IGTV, Operators Only, Jokebudd Football Show, or the Jokebudd Show, I'm not cursing. And somebody asked me why, and I wanted to explain a little more. It's all about honoring my family name. My last name is Walton, and I wanted to give my grandmother, God bless the dead, who died in 1995, something she could be proud of. I know if she was here, she would be proud of what I'm doing right now. Like she would be like, live it. Like she probably, she probably be on this couch right now, just watching me, quiet, relaxing. Maybe I have her some ginger ale or something, and she would just want to be in the presence of me making something potentially to be great. And I know if I was cursing, and she would tell me that, like, you're blessed. You're blessed with a gift to be able to conversate with multiple types of people: black, white, Asian, Ethiopian, all types of nations. And you choose to curse to get your point across when you don't have to, and you can move to any room you want. How does that make me feel? Do you hear me cursing? And it just sits on me. I think she came in my dream when I was going through the whole thought process, how I'm going to carry this whole podcasting thing out. And in my mind, I was like, man, how can I honor my grandmother, who was a lady who worked as a daycare center, low wages, rented a big house on Earl Street in Alexandria, Virginia, took care of all her kids who were grown and grandkids. You know, not too much extra money on the other side's coming in. Nothing consistent. I seen it enough, and she held it down with that. And if I could see how she struggled, I know she wouldn't want me to struggle like that in this present day. So that's why I take advantage of the opportunities of my occupations I have now, so I can live the life she probably thought I should be living, to a point where she could have been comfortable here, you know? And I just try to honor her and her name. And I just, the last name Walton means a lot to me, to honor her in a good way. And I'm the first in my name in this area. Sound like a little Game of Thrones, but I'm the oldest male on my side in this area. So I take pride in that. So I have to lead by example. And that's the example I want to set. But if you check in my IG Live, I may curse. I may do that. But anything that's going to be publicly published, the president is set that I'm not going to curse. And I just want to honor my late grandmother, Dorothy Evelyn Walton. Because I know she would feel some type of way. She still may be proud, but I just want to honor her this way. And I know that I can definitely express myself without cursing and still keep up with the Joneses, be down with the calls, all of that good stuff. So that's the road I took, and I'm happy for it. I sleep better knowing that. And now it's coming, it's easier. Not saying I cussed a lot in my normal daily life, but now it just flows differently and it's presented different. And I don't want nobody to ever feel like they can't listen because I curse. Like that's a short change to reason. So I want to make, like I said, I just want to make it available to everybody while honoring my late grandmother. Let's get on some pop culture right quick. The amazing buzz and popularity of Casamigos tequila. It's gone outrageous. And the funny thing about it was I was drinking that stuff mid-2018 when nobody was drinking it. I know you're going to think I'm lying, but I have references and people to back me up. Me and some other people were drinking it way before that. We was introduced to the local liquor store at the time, and they were like, this is George Clooney's liquor, and it's really, really good. And it's like 2018. Nobody's drinking it. So even when I'm typing it on Twitter or somewhere like that, people are like, nobody's feeling it. And next thing I know, in this DC area, it's an explosion of it. I took it to Miami in 19. Some friends of mine tried it. They got on it and things like that. But I've been on Casamigos. I'm happy to see it blow up, even though he was already rich. So the rich get richer again. But it's excellent. It's excellent. My preference is Reposado. I'll take the Blanco, but I'll take Reposado first. But there's another better budget because that's like $50, $60 a pop. So I'm all about budgeting when you're just chilling at home. So if you're just chilling at home, all you need to do is go to your local liquor store, ask for Luna Azul, Anejo. That'll do the job. You can either drink that straight or you can add margarita mix on ice. It'll do the job. Trust me. Luna Azul, Anejo. You'll be good. I think you pay like no more than $30 for it. But Casamigos is that one. That's the showstopper. It's all of that. And a bag of chips. And like I said, the rich get richer. And I just wanted to talk about my progress through this whole podcasting journey. I've learned so much as far as lighting, production, editing, how to talk better. It's a process, and we're at episode 5. Like, if you go back to episode 1 to episode 5, you'll see the difference in me. It is a blessing for you guys to even be viewing me and watching me grow. We have so much more to do. I enjoy this. It's a lot of build up because I'm recording right now from the camera. I'm recording now. I have to put that memory card into my MacBook. From a MacBook, it has to download. From the download, it has to upload. Then from the upload, I have to upload it to Facebook and YouTube. That takes forever. Then it downloads to YouTube and Facebook. Then it uploads and sets out for everybody. So it's like a 3-hour process and I'm only doing 30-minute shows. It's a long process. It is tiring. It's going to put a strain on you. It's time constricted. It's really like, wow. Like I said, I never wanted to do Final Cut Pro. Everything is supposed to go through iMovie. Next thing I know, the memory card pops in. It sends me straight to Final Cut Pro. So it's just like I'm learning every day. New different gadgets and gadgets. It's a unique experience. I'm learning so much from this, and I just appreciated that people are listening to me and giving me a chance. I feel like when other people hear me, we're going to turn up, and it's going to get bigger and bigger. But I just appreciate y'all day ones, man. I think about it. This is episode 5. By episode 10, we're going to be flying high. And one thing I just wanted to say is that I'm so glad I started this late summer because I wanted to use September, October, November, December to really get my bearings about this whole situation. So by the time New Year's come, we flying high come January. So we getting everything out the way now so that we can really kick some butt come the top of 22. I'm always coming up with ideas. I drive a bus for a living, as you know. So sometimes I just got to jump off the bus, write it down in my notes, jump back on. Because that's where my thoughts come out the most when I'm just thinking on the bus. And it's just been such a unique journey that I just love. Like, I never feel like I'm overwhelmed here. And it's a lot to get overwhelmed with in life. And I don't feel overwhelmed. It's just like I enjoy the journey. I'm staying down till we come up. And we're going to do this. I appreciate y'all for always just rocking with me. All the support on Facebook, YouTube, and Instagram. Still doing the IGTV series. I may do it tonight. But I appreciate y'all. Football season begun. It's a good time. It's a very good dear time for me right now. I'm very excited. I'm very happy. I can't wait to get to Indianapolis. I will be posting stuff on IG, maybe a little on Facebook. I get to see my favorite players and my favorite team play all in one arena. So it's going to be very, very dope. Next week, hopefully I'll have a special VIP guest. We'll see how that goes. But, we will have a special VIP co-host for Jokebudd football show that will be coming to you guys on Wednesday. You'll see this on Tuesday, but I'll have one on Wednesday, and we're going to break down the whole week 1, projections of week 2, fantasy football week 1. It's going to be a lot. So stay tuned. Stay tuned. It's only getting better from here. I appreciate y'all for all your time. I don't want too much of your time, just enough. So until next time, you can always find me here, somewhere broken. Peace.